Hi folks, Max18363 here, and this is part 26 of the F.E.A.R. saga.
There you are. How did we get separated? I remember the power going out in the elevator. Then the next thing I knew, I was arriving on the top floor and you were gone.
You should have a visual on the evac chopper.
Oh my god! This is crazy. I am not waiting here. My dad's in danger.
Your dad will be fine. You're the one I'm worried about. You just need to calm down.
Sorry.
This way! Damn it, what the hell is she thinking? That's the garage. Gotta cut her off before she gets herself killed.
So, this is another one of these kind of dreaded levels that I'm not all that keen on, just because for some reason the developers saw it fit to basically tighten the noose in terms of armour, because there basically isn't any, at least for the first half of the level, there is literally no armour. So that can make the going quite tough as you encounter a new enemy. Now, I'm not really sure what the proper title of these enemies are, but I'll just refer to them as aerial drones or flyers, because that's technically what they are. They were created by Armacan Technology as part of one of their projects, and they're a bit of a bastard to take down because they can shred your health very quickly, especially if you don't have any armour, which, as I've already said, is a non-entity.
Technology Corporation. Visitors must be accompanied by authorized Armacan personnel.
That being said, though, they're actually not all that bad to deal with. There's a few sort of strategies that you can use, which I'll kind of run you through over the next vid or so. Some more clones to deal with first off. You'll probably notice I got that first one with just a few shots. Enemies that are unaware of your presence tend to go down pretty easily, which I suppose kind of makes sense. So always try to initiate combat sort of stealthily if you can to get the drop in the first one or two. And then be ready for that elevator. Grenade toss usually does the job. I suppose the sticky bomb can also do it. There's a second elevator that you need to deal with once you get to the bottom of the stairs here. Sticky bomb these guys before they even get out, which is exactly how you want it. Always try to remember you don't want to give the opponent a fair fight, you want to zap them whenever you can. We're not here to play fair and let the enemy get a good few licks in, no, we kick their ass. That's what the point man does.
Miss Wade, can you hear me?
Yes,
What do you think you're doing?
I have to know if he's okay.
Look, I'm willing to let you ride along to pick up your father, but you're putting yourself in a lot of danger right now.
Yeah, well, he said I'd be safe on a helicopter.
if she's stubborn, I can kind of see where she's coming from. We promised her she'd be safe in the helicopter, and the helicopter got blown to smithereens. So I can kind of see her point, I suppose. Shitload of messages here.
Two messages. First message from
Harlan Wade. Hey, Phil, it's Harlan. I'm pretty sure Genevieve is considering some pretty drastic measures to cover her bony ass. I'll tell you straight up that I'll be fucked if her or any one of her little toadies is going anywhere near the vault. She already caused enough damage thinking she could just march in there and start over from scratch. If she comes to you for backup, remind her that we've locked that place up for a reason.
next message from Genevieve Aristide. Phil, how are you? It's Genevieve. I haven't seen you at Maurice's lately. We should get together for happy hour once this mess blows over. Speaking of which, I have a favor to ask. I know you and Harlan go back a ways, so I was hoping you could try to reason with him. He refuses to forgive me for sending those poor people into the vault, as though I'm happy about what happened. I made a mistake, but I don't see why everyone else should have to pay for that. Anything you can say to get him to see reason would be appreciated. Next message from Genevieve Aristide. Hi, it's Genevieve. I just want to remind you that the Origin facility was a liability long before this situation erupted. I was simply trying to clean up an old mess. I was hoping we could renovate or even repurpose the site, but clearly the risks are unacceptable. I see no alternative but to destroy it completely. If you have a better suggestion, I'd love to hear it. In the meantime, I have a company to save. End of messages.
So that was a bit of an information overload there. That was clocked in at nearly a minute and a half worth of dialogue there. But if you've been keeping track of the voicemails through the game, of course Genevieve Aristide and Harlan Wade have a bit of a feud going on for quite some time now. That's a brief glimpse of the enemy that we'll be fighting soon. Of course Harlan Wade is the father of Alice, the lady we're trying to rescue. And Genevieve's another one of the head shades.
The prototypes were created from a genetic reference. I think that's just a use list of somebody's DNA. There's no indication of who the lucky son of a bitch was, but I'm guessing Harlan Wade since he started the program.
To be honest, I can't quite recall exactly who Genevieve Aristide is, but I believe she's pretty high up there with Armacan headquarters. And as you'll see a bit later in the game, she kind of has ulterior motives for opening up the vault, and well, I don't want to spoil too much right now, but you'll see as we get there. If you've played the game, you'll know what I'm talking about, but for those that don't. Okay, so this is the first firefight now, going down against the drones, flying drones. Explosive, shotgun shells, base bet here. Get a mine for the first one. There's usually two that come in through that window. The second one can take a bit of coaxing out, but just have a bit of patience and you'll get them. And definitely make use of your slow-mo against these guys, because like I say, if they lock onto you with those sort of fire particle type things at you, and if they lock onto you, they can really hurt you pretty bad. So definitely make use of your reflexes. And try to stay, to the side or behind them if you can. They're pretty nippy, but they can be kind of slow to turn, so try and exploit that if you can. That kind of wraps it up for this one, but there'll be more to fight in the next one. So until then, behave yourself.